Hello, and welcome to another episode of Insights. My name is Bill Russell. I'm a former CIO for a 16-hospital system and creator of This Week in Health IT, a channel dedicated to keeping health IT staff current and engaged. Our hope is that these episodes serve as a resource for the advancement of your career and the continued success of your team. Now, on to the show.
Today on Insights, we go back to a conversation host Bill Russell had with Sherri Douville, CEO, board member, and author. The topic of discussion was mentoring female CEOs. And Bill asks Sherri, how can women prepare themselves for the top role in a company?
Put yourself in that sort of mentoring role and mentoring another female leader. Let's first talk about a woman who's not a CEO yet. How do you prepare, knowing what you know now as a CEO and board member, how do you prepare yourself as you're progressing through your career so that you're ready to take that type of role?
I think that really self-awareness is really the biggest lever that you have, because having daughters, you probably have talked to them about it, or maybe you will talk to them about just getting a lot of mixed messages from a lot of stakeholders or people or institutions. And really it's the clarity of having self-awareness and navigating what I think women leaders face lots of paradoxes. And at some point I got to a point in this journey, and I was very fortunate. Like I said, I brought in the biggest investor to the company. He's also my mentor, and we could talk about him a lot. His name is Wim Rolance, a great leader. He's got 34 other CEOs in Silicon Valley that he's mentored, and so has seen a lot of movies, mentored a lot of people. And the thing about innovation is that innovation does not discriminate. And so that's why he is then very open to mentoring lots of different people, not just the classic prototype. And so I'd say to your daughter, just work on understanding herself and understanding what motivates her and what she's interested in, understanding what drives her, understanding sort of her own psychology. And that's the best place to start when you're young, because she's in college, right?
Yeah. I mean, innovation doesn't discriminate is such one of the phrases I've been saying an awful lot to people is write your own story. Don't let anyone else write your story for you. I mean, they're going to have input. They're going to, be supporting characters or whatever, but make sure you're writing the story that you want to live. And that is such a powerful statement. Innovation does not discriminate. That's going into my file. So we're talking about a woman who is not a CEO yet. Let's talk about a woman who's getting ready for their first CEO role. So they've had a successful career. They've been identified as somebody who can run a company, and somebody's saying, all right, it's your turn to step into the role. What do you wish somebody had whispered in your ear as you were getting ready to take that role?
I would just recommend that they listen to their own voice and try to have empathy for people's reactions to your choices. And so what I've learned in this journey is that much of the time, if there's a negative reaction, it really has nothing at all to do with me. And it has more to do with the person, potentially their insecurities. Maybe they had some sort of past big success and some sort of past technology, and now they're having, trouble sort of renewing some kind of success. And so I think one big message I wanted to get out today, especially with the pandemic, is that there's a huge resurgence of bullying just everywhere. And we see it all the time on social media and videos and everything. And so the one thing that really took me by surprise, that was really hard and that made me a better person, was just dealing with the bullies that came out. And just be prepared for that. And I actually wrote a resource for that I'll direct you to, because it went viral. It was, I think the title of it was the Toxic Jerk Meeting Guide. And it's all based on research and so I'm all about using evidence to continually improve, evaluate yourself, make sure that kind of your side of the street is clean, but that also just recognizing when things have nothing to do with you, which happens a lot, especially now.
I want to thank Tracy for another great episode. If you have feedback regarding the content and materials that you just heard and would like to help us to amplify great thinking to propel healthcare forward, please send us a note at hello@thisweekinhealthit.com. Thanks for listening. That's all for now.